is one word that best describes your mom?
Amazing. Because she always helps us when it's in time of need, like when you're at school or kind of thing.
What do you love most about your mommy?
She's always give me some dollies when it's my birthday. I love you, Mommy.
Hey, Mom! This is a song just for you. Happy Mother's Day! Hugs and kisses, just for you, just for you. Just to tell your mommy, I love you, I love you. Hey, sis, do you want to sing along with me?
That'll be fun.
All right, you start first.
Hugs and kisses, just for you, just for you.
Just to tell your mommy,
I love you, I love you.
Hey, how about you? Why don't you sing along with me for your mom? Okay, here we go. Hugs and kisses, just for you, just for you. Just to tell your mommy, I love you, I love you.
Who is your mother to you?
My mother is my best friend because she's always there for me, and we spend a lot of time together, and she's always there to fix me when I did something wrong. I love you, Mommy.
There was a certain man named Elkanah, an Ephraimite, that had 2 wives, Hannah and Peninnah. Peninnah had many children, but Hannah had none. This grieved and saddened Hannah's heart so terribly that each year when they all traveled to the house of the Lord to worship and give thanks to God, she would cry and refused to eat. Peninnah saw her grief and would make it even worse by taunting and teasing her because she had no children. One year, as they traveled to the house of the Lord to worship God, Hannah once again stood and wept before the Lord in deep grief and pain. Eli the priest was sitting on a chair by the doorpost of the house of the Lord. Because of her great distress, she cried out to the Lord, "O Lord Almighty, if you will only look upon your servant's misery and remember me, and not forget your servant, but give her a son, then I will give him to the Lord all the days of his life." As she kept praying to the Lord, Eli the priest watched her mouth. Hannah was praying fervently in her heart, and her lips were moving, but her voice was not heard. Eli thought that she was drunk and said to her, "How long will you keep getting drunk? Get rid of your wine." Hannah answered, "Oh, my Lord, I am not drunk from wine. I am a woman who is deeply troubled and am pouring out my soul before the Lord. Do not think I am a worthless woman, for I have been praying to God out of my great anguish and grief." Then Eli blessed her and said, "Go in peace, and may the God of Israel give you what you have asked of him." Hannah replied, "May your servant find favor in your eyes." Afterwards, Hannah felt great hope within her and went on her way, no longer feeling sad or downcast. The next morning, the entire family traveled back to their home. The Lord remembered Hannah, and she conceived and gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel, saying, "Because I asked the Lord for him." Hannah's heart was full of joy for her son Samuel, but she never forgot her promise to God that if she had a son, she would give him back to the Lord to serve him all the days of his life. When the time came for the family to make their yearly journey to the house of the Lord to worship God, Hannah told her husband Elkanah, "Samuel is still too young, but when I wean him, then I will make the journey and give him back to the Lord to serve God all his life, just as I promised." When Samuel was weaned from his mother, Hannah made the journey to the house of the Lord to give him to the service of God. When Hannah and Elkanah brought Samuel to Eli the priest, she said, "O my Lord, as surely as you live, I am the woman who stood before you desperately praying for a child. The Lord granted my request, so I have given him to the Lord to serve him all the days of his life." Elkanah and Hannah then traveled back to their home. Each year, as they would return to the house of the Lord to worship God for all his blessings, Hannah would visit Samuel and bring him a new robe to wear. Eli the priest would bless Elkanah and Hannah, saying, "May the Lord give you children to take the place of the one that Hannah prayed for and gave back to the Lord." God was gracious and enabled Hannah to conceive. She gave birth to 3 sons and 2 daughters. This filled Hannah's heart with joy and faith in the God of Israel. Meanwhile, Samuel continued to grow and serve in the house of the Lord and found favor with the Lord and with men.
Why do you love your mommy?
I love my mom because she does everything for me and she's always there. Love you, Mom.
Why do you love your mommy?
I love my mommy because she is kind. She cooks for me, she comforts me when I am sad. She is always beside me even when I behave bad. She spoils me and cares for me and is kind to me. I love you very much, Mommy.
Hi kids, this is Auntie Sam. So today we are going to make a Mother's Day card in the shape of a flower, so stay tuned. So guys, now we tracing out the flower to make the card. So now we're gonna cut the flower for the card. So this is how it will look when you finish cut out the flower. So now we're gonna take a circular object to make a circle for the inside of the flower. And then you'll cut it out to stick in the middle of the flower. Okay, so this is how it would look when the circle is cut out. If you are not allowed to use your scissors, you need to ask your daddy or an older sibling. So you would write Happy Mother's Day on the circle, and then we're gonna stick this circle in the middle of the flower. Now we're gonna fold the flower into a card, into a heart-shaped card.
take these and decorate around the flower. So now we're gonna stick on a straw to the back of our flower card using a pretty sticker, and it should look like this.
What is one word to describe your mother?
I would describe my mom as hardworking because she has to go to work and work for a full day as a lab manager, and then she has to come home and say about a house, 3 kids, and then even while she's home, she still gets calls from work and she barely gets any time to relax or to enjoy herself. So I would say she's hardworking.
How would you describe your mommy?
I cannot describe Listra La Rosa Pear in my mom in one word. She is my rock and she supports me no matter what. She is not afraid to tell me when I am doing something wrong or maybe correct me, but I know that she loves me. My mom is Miss Busybody when it comes to her kids. She's always up and down. Just ask any member of the church. She will move heaven and earth when it comes to our well-being. She wants the best for us, and that's why I love my mommy. Her personality is one that lights up the room. She's always able to make anyone laugh. She's always able to put a smile on anyone's face. You all might have a mom and she might be the bomb, but nobody have a mom like mine. I love you, Mom. What do you appreciate about your mother?
Well, I appreciate many things about my mother. To you guys, she may be a lab manager, but to me, she is so much more. She's a teacher because she teaches healthy life lessons that will help us in the future. She is a doctor because she cares for me when I'm sick laying in bed. She is a chef because she cooks for me and the food does taste real good. And she's a therapist because you can talk to her about any situation that you are facing and you still get good advice. To me, my mother is a superhero without the cape, and that's why I appreciate her and I love her so much. Happy Mother's Day, Mommy!